What if I told you that some of the best financial education doesn't come from textbooks, but from Hollywood? That's right. The secrets to wealth, the pitfalls of greed, and the power of smart investing are all hiding in plain sight on your movie screen. Stick around, because these 10 movies are about to change how you think about money forever. I'll never forget the first time I watched a movie. That completely flipped my perspective on finance. I was just out of college, thinking I knew it all. And then a simple story about stocks and strategy made me realize I had so much to learn. It was more impactful than any lecture I'd ever sat through. That's the power of storytelling. So, grab your popcorn, because class is in session. We're diving into the top 10 movies that will teach you invaluable lessons about money. Let's kick things off with a modern classic, The Big Short. This movie pulls back the curtain on the 2008 financial crisis. It follows a few savvy outsiders who saw the housing market bubble before anyone else and decided to bet against the entire American economy. It's a complex story, but the film does an amazing job of breaking it down. The key money lesson here is monumental. Understand what you're investing in, and always question the consensus. Just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean it's a good idea. In the real world, this means doing your own research. Don't just buy a stock because your friend told you to or because it's trending online. Dig into the company's fundamentals, understand the industry, and be aware of systemic risks. There's a memorable scene where celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain explains toxic assets using leftover fish. It perfectly captures the idea that just because something is packaged nicely doesn't mean it isn't rotten inside. Next up, the infamous The Wolf of Wall Street. This film is a wild ride through the life of Jordan Belfort, a stockbroker who made a fortune through corruption and fraud. It's a cautionary tale about the intoxicating power of greed. While it's entertaining, the core lesson is deadly serious. Unchecked ambition and a lack of ethics will lead to your downfall. Get-rich-quick schemes are almost always a trap. The real-world application is to build your wealth sustainably and ethically. True financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. Chasing fast money often leads to losing all of it, and sometimes your freedom too. The scene where Leonardo DiCaprio's character tries to bribe FBI agents on his yacht shows just how detached from reality he'd become. It is a stark reminder that no amount of money can buy you out of the consequences of your actions. Now for a film that's a bit more subtle, but just as powerful, Margin Call. This movie gives us a fictionalized 24-hour look inside a major investment bank. On the brink of the 2008 financial crisis, they discover they're holding assets that could bankrupt the entire firm. The lesson here is about risk management and the immense pressure of corporate decision-making. It teaches us that sometimes the hardest decisions are the most necessary ones for survival. For us regular folks, this translates to having an emergency plan. What happens if you lose your job? What if you have a major unexpected expense? The film shows what happens when you don't have a plan B. The quote that sticks with me is when the CEO says, "It's not panic. It's the first and the last and the only rule of the road." It's a chilling look at the brutal reality of financial survival. Let's shift gears to something truly inspiring with the pursuit of happiness. Based on a true story, this film follows Chris Gardner, a man who goes from being homeless to becoming a successful stockbroker, all while raising his young son. It's a heart-wrenching and ultimately uplifting journey. The most important money lesson is the power of perseverance and investing in yourself. Chris Gardner endures incredible hardship to complete an unpaid internship because he knows it as the key to a better future. The real-world application is clear. Your greatest asset is you. Investing in your skills, your education, and your network can provide returns far beyond any stock. The scene where he finally gets the job after months of struggle is pure emotional gold. It proves that relentless hard work and self-belief can overcome almost any obstacle. Going back to the classics, we have Wall Street. The story follows a young, ambitious broker, Bud Fox, who gets seduced by Gecko's world of insider trading and corporate rating. The lesson is a timeless one about ethics and the dangerous allure of easy money. It teaches us that there's a fine line between ambition and illegal activity, and crossing it has devastating consequences. In today's world, with information flying around on social media. The temptation to act on a hot tip can be strong. This movie is a powerful reminder to always play by the rules and maintain your integrity. Gecko's greed as good speech is legendary, but it's the downfall that follows which holds the real lesson. Now for a movie that proves you don't need a Wall Street budget to win, Moneyball. This film tells the true story of Billy Beane, the general manager of the Oakland A's baseball team. With a tiny budget, he uses statistical analysis to find undervalued players and build a winning team. The financial principle here is value investing. It's about finding hidden gems that the rest of the market overlooks. You don't have to follow the crowd and buy the most popular, expensive stocks. By doing your homework, you can find undervalued assets with huge potential. How can you apply this? Look for solid, boring companies that the market has ignored, or invest in assets that aren't trendy but have strong fundamentals. The memorable scene is the meeting with all the old-school scouts who rely on gut feelings, while Beane relies on data. It's a perfect metaphor for old versus new ways of thinking about value. Next, we have The Founder, which tells the story of how Ray Kroc turned a small burger joint into the global empire of McDonald's. It's a fascinating and sometimes ruthless look at entrepreneurship and business strategy. The key lesson is about recognizing and scaling a brilliant system. The McDonald brothers created an efficient fast food process, but it was Ray Kroc who had the vision and drive to turn it into a worldwide phenomenon. The real-world application is about seeing the bigger picture. Whether you're in business or just managing your own career, it's crucial to not just work the system, but to work the system. How can you scale your efforts? How can you create something bigger than yourself? The moment Kroc realizes the real business isn't burgers, but real estate, is a mind-blowing lesson in business strategy. Let us talk about a film that should be required viewing for any new investor, Boiler Room. This movie follows a college dropout who gets a job as a broker at a sketchy investment firm, pushing worthless stocks onto unsuspecting people. It's a raw look at investment fraud and high-pressure sales tactics. The lesson is simple but vital. If it sounds too good to be true, it absolutely is. Guaranteed high returns with little to no risk don't exist. This movie teaches you to be skeptical of unsolicited financial advice and to recognize the red flags of a scam. Always work with reputable financial institutions and advisors. The scene where the main character is being trained on how to cold call and manipulate clients is terrifying. It's a powerful warning to always protect your hard-earned money. Time for a comedy with a brilliant financial lesson, Trading Places. Two wealthy brothers make a bet that they can turn a street hustler, played by Eddie Murphy, into a successful commodities trader, while simultaneously ruining the life of their privileged employee, played by Dan Aykroyd. Beyond the laughs, the movie offers a surprisingly good lesson on how commodities markets work, and more importantly, the power of knowledge. The climax of the film sees our heroes use a fake crop report to corner the market on frozen concentrated orange juice, turning the tables on the villains. The real-world application is that information is power. The more you understand about an industry or an asset, the better your chances of success. It is a fun and accessible introduction to the idea of market manipulation and the importance of starting over, no matter your circumstances. Finally, we have The Social Network, the story of the founding of Facebook. While it's about a tech revolution, it's also packed with financial wisdom. It follows Mark Zuckerberg as he builds one of the most valuable companies in the world, navigating lawsuits and betrayals along the way. The key money lesson is about the difference between having an idea and executing it, and the immense value of equity. The Winklevoss twins had the initial idea, but Zuckerberg built the platform. This teaches us that ownership and equity stakes are where real wealth is built. For anyone starting a business or even taking a job at a startup, understanding your equity is critical. A memorable quote from the movie is, "$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool? $1 billion. It encapsulates the scale of ambition and the concept of building massive, long-term value. So there you have it, 10 movies that can teach you more about money than you might expect. From the dangers of greed in The Wolf of Wall Street to the power of self-investment in the pursuit of happiness, Hollywood has given us some incredible financial case studies. The overarching theme is that financial literacy isn't just about numbers and charts, it's about human behavior, ethics, and strategy. Storytelling makes these complex ideas relatable and memorable. Now I want to hear from you. Which movie taught you the most about money? Was it on this list, or is there another one I missed? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video valuable, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe for more content just like this, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.